and good morning from what is probably very likely to be a very busy day at Aquatica. I have not been to Aquatica in a long time, so I am incredibly excited to be here today. Okay, so I'm heading around the corner to head into Aquatica. The entrance over here does not seem that bad. The ticketing window, though, does seem a little bit busy. Okay, so I'm inside Aquatica. I just came in through the entrance right here. I'm pretty much right next to the Reef Plunge, which was formerly the Dolphin Plunge, if I'm not mistaken. It's the body slide that's right behind me. I'm probably going to head over to the beach and find a spot to put my bag, which I brought my Disney Cruise Line bag, maybe a little bit inappropriate for SeaWorld, but nonetheless, I'm excited to have a fun day at Aquatica today. It is very busy and incredibly hot. Just look at the line up there for the Reef Plunge. I don't know if the lazy river is open quite yet because there's nobody in it, or maybe everybody's just heading to the various slides and attractions. There was the dolphin right there. So this slide goes through the dolphin exhibits right here, which is why it's so incredibly popular. I don't know if this is just new or improved, but it is very popular. So I don't know if I'm gonna come back to this a little bit later because it's so busy right now. It's the first attraction that you encounter when you enter Aquatica, which might be why it's so popular, but it's also just so cool. I did bring my GoPro today, so we'll see what I'm able to bring my GoPro on. Somebody just went down the slide. That is so neat. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is head over to the observation area down there just to look at the exhibit, and then I'll head over to the beach like I said and drop off my bag, and then I'll decide what to do. I didn't really anticipate it being that busy at the very beginning of the morning. The park pretty much opened about 15 to 30 minutes ago, so it's gonna be a hot day though, without a doubt. I did not anticipate that. Okay, so I came down the stairs and there's the observation area down there, which that's also busy too. Imagine that. Okay, so remember by the Dolphin habitats, body slides, over there, the Reef Plunge. I really do want to do this again. This is such a cool concept, just going down a slide through a habitat like this. How incredibly cool is this, right? It is so hot today. Okay, so I'm heading over to the beach right now. There's a potential location for me to get some food maybe a little bit later. That's where I'm heading, straight ahead. I have an extended queue set up for the bar over here by the beach, so I suppose that sort of confirms that it's going to be a very busy day today, but it's definitely going to be in the hundreds today as well, as far as the temperature. Okay, so I'm looking for a place to deposit my bag that I can just leave it for probably several hours unattended, hopefully. Okay, I found a nice spot back over here in the shade to leave my bag. And this is pretty interesting, just right around the corner over there. Look at those construction walls. My bag's right around the corner. Over there, there are a lot of available seats right now, but the one that I found was at least in the shade. Look at the extent of these walls. Wow, I have no idea what they're building over here, but how cool. Hello, by the way, haven't shown myself on camera, so I'm heading over to my bag to go ahead and lather up with sunscreen and get the GoPro and just start exploring Aquatica on a very busy summer day. All right, so I have my sunscreen on and I think I'm heading over to these slides straight ahead, right over here before they get too busy. A lot of the slides I'm not going to be able to do, unfortunately, because I am a single rider, but I will try to do the ones that I can do. This is one that I know that I can't do right here, which is sad. Look how cool that vertical lift is for the rafts to get up there. So this is Kara Kara Curl, which is right back over here next to Cutback Cove and Big Surf Shores. And I'm next to Omakaraka and 1 Hour Way. I believe that Omakaraka is currently closed. Yes, so I'm going to do 1 Hour Way. Looks like I have to wait to get a tube for it. Okay, so this is going to be my first slide of the day once I get in line and get a tube. Okay, so I have my tube now. And now I'm heading all the way up to do 1 Hour Way. I don't know if I can do all of these slides as a single rider, but I guess I'm going to find out. I'm a little bit nervous about the length of this line, if that was the line just to get a tube, but it shouldn't be too bad, I don't think. So Omakaraka should be the only slide actually closed today, from what I could tell just by the parking toll plaza entrance, the sign that they had out there. Okay, so I'm heading up the stairs right now, and I'm keeping to the left for 1 Hour Way. The right side is Omakaraka. And it looks like this is where the line stops. Okay, that is Omakaraka, which is currently not open. And I can do this as a single rider, so that's exciting. There's SeaWorld, the back of Atlantis, way over there, and then Kraken and Mako. This is going to be fun. It's very interesting to see rides that are currently not open, and just what they look like. Okay, I've made it to the load station for 1 hour away, and I should be good to go here hopefully in just a minute. That did not take that long at all. That was about 5 minutes. Here I go. So as of right now, only the dark blue and the pink slide are operational. The yellow and the teal slide are not quite running. There's a bit of a longer line now just to wait for it too, but as far as the wait time, that wasn't that bad at all. That was fun. Okay, so I think I'm going to head over here to the wave pool just because I don't believe I've ever gotten in this wave pool before. And I'm over here, so might as well do it. So just for the sake of knowing, over here at One Way, the maximum operational load is 2 persons, but single riders are permitted on this one with particular weight restrictions. And then Aquatica, even though it's closed right now, this is a only single rider attraction. The maximum operational load is 1 person's. This is a very fun slide though, from doing it multiple times in the past. And I don't come to Aquatica often enough to remember a lot of these attractions, but every time that I do them, I'm like, oh yeah, that one was fun. But then conversely over at Kara Curl, the maximum operational load is 5 riders with a minimum of 2 riders, no single riders. So 2 to 5 riders on Kara Curl. So maybe one day I'll do this. All right, so here I am over at the wave pool, which currently there are no waves. There is a countdown clock over there, but there's an alternative wave pool over here too. I currently don't see anybody over in this pool over here. Everyone is currently the one that I'm in right now, so I'm imagining that this is the one to be in. I think the countdown clock though is almost down. Okay, I'm starting to see some waves. Very small ones. Okay, so I think I'm going to try to go all the way, as far out as I can, all the way to the rocks down there. I've almost made it. It's a little bit hard just hopping over all of these waves. All right, so I've made it as far forward as I can go to the rocks next to Kara Curl. It's not too busy right now, not as busy as it probably will be a little bit later in the afternoon. There's only about 5 feet where I'm standing right here. It gets a little bit deeper the further you go out. But this is not bad. This is actually really pleasant and mild and definitely very refreshing because it is, again, it is just so hot today. So I'm probably going to do this for another couple of minutes. It seems like the waves are calming down just a little bit. And then I'll head off to do maybe another slide or do one of the lazy rivers. Okay, so I came over to the other side. I was way over there. It's a small wave pool comparatively to other wave pools, but they do have 2 of them. And I'm not sure if they alternate which side is, I guess, active with waves. Because again, there was nobody over the other pool when I looked over there. Maybe it was closed. The line for Kara Curl comes all the way down the stairs. That is quite a lengthy wait over there for this. I imagine that it's worth it because this part looks really cool. So actually I have to correct myself. It looks like this side of the wave pool is open and it's just much more mild comparatively. So that is why everybody is over on this side. I don't know where this pathway goes. I thought that this was a lifeguard pathway, but I might explore it a little bit just to see where it goes. I saw some people walking back over here and they haven't come back yet, so I'm presuming that nobody told them that they couldn't go back over here. There is a rope implying that this area would normally be closed, but we'll see. All right, so that makes total and complete sense. So that is a pathway that leads to some more private and exclusive cabanas. So that's just a walkway, pretty much. It's very shaded and nice back there. But this is the other wave pool, which the waves have now started over on this side. The wave pool up here looks pretty identical to the wave pool on the other side, so I think I am going to be heading over to do some slides. Now, I am hesitant to do these up here. I'd like to do these whenever I eventually come with Brennan at some points one day. This is Ihu's Breakaway Falls over on this side, which those lines look very extensive as well. So there are 4 slides over here at Ihu's Breakaway Falls. I'm pretty sure that here I could not bring the GoPro, although I'm not completely sure when it comes to loose articles if this is considered a loose article. Every time I try to look it up online, there's just some conflicting information about chest straps and harnesses versus wrist harnesses. So I think I'll do this at some other points, potentially maybe when it gets a little bit cooler and I don't have to wait in that extensively long summer line. It's right behind me. That is Kata's Kookaburra Cove, which is a place for small children. That is Cutback Cove and Big Sur Shores, the various wave pools that I just got to explore a little bit. There's Ihu's Breakaway Falls, the beach, Aquatica and One Way. So I'm pretty much just making a lap around the park for the most part. I really want to do the Taumata Racer over there, and I'm trying to get an idea of where to have lunch. So it seems like Mango Market, Papa's Cantina, Kiwi Market, Waterstone Grill, and then the Banana Beach are going to be my main options for food. This is the one that I passed on the way into the park. I'm really curious what they're building over here, where this massive wall is. I don't know if it's going to be just another location to get food or drinks, but it's a pretty spacious area. Okay, so what I think I'm going to do is maybe do a couple more slides, maybe do the lazy river, and then grab some lunch somewhere. So this is actually really helpful to know they have a mobile order pickup option, so I could potentially order on the app and then come back a little bit later. Oh, I definitely want to do this. Right over here, this is Roa's Rapids, which I will definitely be doing that a little bit later, but I'm doing the mat slides. This is the Taumata Racer mat slide ride. Obviously, this is a single rider attraction. I haven't done a mat slide in quite a while, so I have to pick up my mat slide right here and then head up all the way to the top up there. It sounds like a group is coming down. There they are. That looks like so much fun. Oh my god, I can't wait to do this. This is the steepest I think I've ever done a mat slide. So much steeper than Blizzard Beach. It is quite a hike to get all the way up there though. And I'm pretty curious about what the wait time is going to look like on this. It has a pretty good capacity. Well, that answered that question really quickly, and this is the end of the line right here. So this might take a little bit to get all the way up to the top. So the line is all the way down there, pretty backed up. The line is definitely moving, just pretty slowly. I think it's due to the quick queue. These are a couple other slides right behind us, which also have a pretty substantial wait time. There's the kids play area down there. I'm getting pretty close. It shouldn't be too much longer. Okay, so I've made it finally. It took about like 15 minutes. That wasn't bad at all. But let's do it. Oh my god! I think I won. Oh my god. What a blast. I never win mat slide races. Okay, that was absolutely worth the wait. That's one of my favorite water park attractions literally ever. I love it so much. Okay, so let's see where I am. Right now I am back over here by Taumata Racer. So where am I? I should be like right around here in this area. I'm trying to decide if I should head back over to grab my bag to maybe get some lunch right now, or if I should do one more attraction. This is the one that was right next to us, Walhalla Wave and Ray Rush, and I think that they shared the same quick queue as our attraction had. I'm not sure. This is Walkabout Waters, which is a little play area, mostly for younger children. But one of these days, if it wasn't busy at all, if it was the very end of the day, I'd love to run around that. It looks like there's some more construction walls over here as well. This is a new slide back over here. I guess it doesn't actually say a suggested appropriate age for this area on the sign. It's just relatively assumed, more or less. But I love dump buckets and I love nets. So way over here, this is Walhalla Way and Ray Rush, which I'm pretty sure that I can't ride these as a single rider. Okay, so yes, Ray Rush says no single or double riders, and then Walhalla Way says no single riders as well. So I can't ride these, unfortunately. Also, there are some more construction walls right across from Ray Rush and Walhalla Way. So back over here by the quick service, this is the Riptide Race attraction, and this was not open the last time that I was in Aquatica. Okay, so this is actually incredibly cool. The maximum operational load is 2 riders, and individual riders may ride. It just says no single tubes, implying that I have to use a double tube to ride this. So I'm gonna ride Riptide Race. Okay, so I'm waiting in line to get my tube right now, and a lot of the attractions do have particular weight requirements, and they do have scales outside of the attraction, so you can know if you are able to ride as a single rider or as a double rider. Okay, so I have my tube right here, and I'm heading all the way up the stairs. Looks like I can see the line right there pretty much. This is sort of interesting in contrast to other attractions at Aquatica. As a single rider, I ride in the front part of the tube, but I've almost made it to the top. Okay, so I've almost made it to the very top. You can see just how full the parking lot is now. I'm presuming that it's about noon. I don't have my watch currently, but I've almost made it up to the top. Also, it's kind of interesting, on this ride I sit in the front part of the tube as opposed to the rear of the tube. This is pretty cool because it's a dueling water slide, which is neat. I've almost made it up to the top. There's the convention center way over there, and then I believe the construction area for Universal's Epic Universe. Alright, I made it up to the top, and I should be next here in just a minute. It is so to see the view from up here, SeaWorld over there, and then all of Aquatica, and pretty much International Drive. Okay, here I go. This is exciting. Woo! This is beautiful. Woohoo! So relaxing and vibrant. This is incredible. Now it's picking up speed. Woo! And oh, I thought that was going to be the splashdown. I guess not. This is pretty lengthy. And here it is. Okay, so now I think I'm heading back over to my bag so I could get my card and get some lunch. I'm getting hungry. It is probably the peak of lunchtime right now, so hopefully I can do mobile order and maybe avoid standing in too long of a line. Okay, so I'm back over here by Banana Beach, and I need to head all the way over to the wave pools to get my bag and then get some lunch. Okay, so I've pretty much done a full lap around the park because straight ahead that is the Reef Plunge. So that's where I came into the park. So yeah, that's pretty much a full lap. So the beach is right around the corner here where I can get my card, and I guess I don't really need my card if I mobile order, if I download the app. I don't know if it's the SeaWorld app or there's an Aquatica app. Okay, so I am back by my bag. I've tried to download the Aquatica app, but the service is not the best right now, so it's not downloading, so I might just have to go stand in line, which I'm not opposed to, but I don't really know where to go in terms of just what I'm in the mood for, what they have at Aquatica. Okay, so I pretty much just gave up downloading the app because it was not downloading, so I'm just going to get in line, but it depends what these places have. I'd like to get something a little bit different than just a burger, so that was the Waterstone Grill. Over here, this is Papa's Cantina. I guess here they have chicken wings and empanadas. It's the beach where I left all of my stuff. Rose Rapids is right over here. I'm just walking around the park again, I guess. So this is the Mega Market, and I did want to order from here, but I don't think that they are accepting mobile orders right now. I think it's just going to be the Banana Beach cookouts. Okay, so I was actually finally able to put in a mobile order on the Aquatica app. It finally finished downloading, and I did it for the Banana Beach cookout. I'm back over here by the Mango Markets, which looks like it has some pretty good food. It does have a barbecue sandwich, but I got one from Banana Beach as well. So I have to head past Rose Rapids, pretty much where I was just about half an hour ago. Which is admittedly not that far, it's pretty much right back there. Mobile orders are a little bit different here, where you put the mobile order in and they pretty much just text you whenever it's ready. And speaking of which, I just got a text that my order was ready, so I need to go find the mobile pickup order window. Pretty sure I don't have to wait in this line over here, so I got the I got the barbecue, pulled pork barbecue sandwich. Okay, so yes, I'm heading into the mobile order area, and there is quite a line just to order regularly. Okay, so I'm sitting right underneath the Riptide race slide, and here's my barbecue pork burger with some chips. So normally I don't really talk about theme park food, but that is the greasiest bun I have ever seen in my life, and then they put the tiniest little dollop of barbecue on like the far corner of this. Yikes. It's good, but it's a little sad. Okay, I take back that sassiness. That was actually a very good barbecue sandwich. It was just really greasy. So this is Loggerhead Lane. This would be fun to do hopefully at some point. There's Tassie's Twisters. I also want to do Rose Rapids, and then I believe, yes, this is the entrance to the Reef Plunge. All right, so I stopped by the lockers over there to go to the bathroom to wash the grease off of my fingers because of how greasy that sandwich was. I think I am going to go and just get in line for this right now. I'm stopping by my bag really quickly just to drop off my phone and my credit card and get my GoPro, but I think that that's going to be one of the final things that I do today. That and the lazy rivers, probably. All right, I am back on my GoPro, re-lathered up in sunscreen, and I am heading up to do the Reef Plunge. I'm not really sure what sort of a wait time I'm looking at for this, but I'm excited to do it. Okay, so I have to head across this bridge right here. This is Loggerhead Lane. This looks like a lot of fun. Oh my god, it's so hot. So this is the end of the line for the Reef Plunge. I have no concept of time currently, but I'm presuming this is probably going to be about 15 to 30 minutes. All right, so I'm on the bridge right now above Loggerhead Lane. This will be hopefully in just 2 minutes. Going through the dolphin exhibits. I think I'd definitely like to do Loggerhead Lane after this, just because it's right here, and I would love to go underneath the waterfall right now because this is just so hot. So it's actually pretty much been half an hour already, and I just barely made it across the bridge. I might have to try to do this one again at some other point when it is not as busy and hot as it is today. All right, so I changed my mind. I've made it this far online, and I really wanted to do this today. This was my main reason for coming to Aquatica, so I'm committing to doing Reef Plunge, even though this is the longest I think that I've ever waited or will wait for a water slide. All right, so I've finally made it to the top of the Reef Plunge. I'm so excited to do this. This was such a long wait, but I know it's going to be worth it. Woo! Oh, this is cool. Woohoo! Oh, awesome. All right, well, that ended up taking about an hour to ride the Reef Plunge, but now I'm going to go ahead and do the Loggerhead Lane. This will be my final attraction of the day at Aquatica, I think. Okay, and I am in the Loggerhead Lane right now, which is a pretty quick, pretty small, lazy river, but it's very pleasant. I really need this right now. Oh my god. It's so hot today, and I keep sitting there, but just standing in line for the Reef Plunge. This is nice. I've never done this attraction, but I've always wanted to, but I'm pretty sure that this is one that you have to have multiple people to do. This is where I have to make a decision. Do I go to the fish grotto, or do I see the Commerson's dolphins that I just saw doing the Reef Plunge? I think I'm gonna go see the dolphins. So look how cool that is. It's a beautiful underwater aquarium. There's the line that I just waited in. That was unbearably long. It wasn't that it really wasn't moving, because it was moving. There was just a lot of express pass and it's just standing in one spot, pretty much just in the sun. That was the real unbearable part. Okay, I'm gonna go underneath the waterfall, and then I'll be able to see the dolphins in just a minute. It's hard to see them, but this is pretty much the other side of the habitat. When I came into the park several hours ago, how cool. That's where I just came from. And I'm turning the corner here, heading underneath the bridge. That bridge was also very hot, by the way, heading over to the Reef Plunge. And this is the other side of Tassi's Twisters. And I think I can pretty much just get out of Loggerhead Lane now. One of these days I'll come back with Brennan, and then we'll do all of the rides that I've wanted to do the past several trips that I've come by myself, and we can do all of the rides that I couldn't do or just didn't do. Right, I am exiting Loggerhead Lane and heading back to my bag over by the beach. Although real quick, out of curiosity, I came over the other side to see Tassi's Twisters, just to see if I could do it as a single rider if I wanted to. Well, would you look at that? Maximum operational load, single riders and double riders, so I could totally do this as a single rider. It looks like there's a very long wait though for it right now. Okay, so I'm back on my phone. My GoPro died, but I have my bag and I am heading out of Aquatica. Looks like both of the wave pools are now pretty full, and where I left my bag was pretty much on the other side of these cabanas right here, which are actually very nice. Right now is probably the busiest and hottest time of day, which is why I'm deciding to go ahead and head on out. I had such a fun time though, and I have a massive urge to go and get Dippin' Dots right now, or even a third-party knockoff. That's the exit for the Reef Plunge, which is where I just came out of. There's the Loggerhead Lane, and then at Tassi's Twisters, which I now know that I can do as a single rider, so hopefully I can come back and do that again in the future. Then of course, Reef Plunge, which was so much fun. I'm glad that I did it, but oh my god, that was such a long wait. This is pretty cool. So right now they are doing an educational training session here in the dolphin habitat. There's some trainers in there right now. How cool is this? It's a little bit hard to hear because of the waterfall. Okay, so I am heading out of Aquatica. Right now it's getting a little bit overcast. Finally, by the time that I'm actually leaving, it's a little bit more comfortable, right? Okay, so I'm heading out of the park right now. The sun came back out, of course. I could go this way, I'm pretty sure, back to the car, but I believe that I can also go this direction. So that was my trip to Aquatica. I was here a lot longer than I anticipated. It was as busy, if not more busy, than I anticipated it being today. Today, I believe, is past 100 degrees, which is phenomenally hot. I don't know, it was at least a fantastic place to spend my day, being as hot as it was, getting to ride the rides that I got to ride, getting to just refresh myself a little bit and relax. Even though it was really busy and really hot, I still had such a good time, and I cannot wait to come back with Brennan to ride some double tube slides, finally, for once, at Aquatica. But as for today, I had a good time. Thank you for hanging out with me. I will see you soon. Have a great day, and goodbye.